Hello, welcome to another S-Tuner build, where today I'm building up a Honda S2000, Honda S2000 AP1, whatever. I decided at first to sort of go for like a sort of stock looking daily driver style build, just sort of looking through different front bumpers. I settle on stock number 2 there and go for the same on the rear bumper, just to sort of all match up. Yeah, go for a relatively stock looking build, little lip wing on the back there. Put on these wide body fenders just to sort of, look interesting. Dual exhausts on there, just sort of line them up to make them look a bit nicer. Then I decided to add a roll bar, like sort of a daily track car thing. I take off the sort of roof cover and use the block pieces in the global parts, sort of stretch them about, copy them, and kind of make a small cover there. It's not great, I'll be honest. It sort of clips through the bodywork, but you know what? It does the job, and that's what's important. Adding a third one to fill the gap, shrink it, make it really thin, and there we go. It sort of sticks up a bit, but that's fine because when I move on to the interior now, as we'll see if I, finish looking, as we move on to the interior, I find a use for that. So, seats, I go with a sort of bucket racing seat, move around the, or add a roll cage even, and yeah, move it about a bit. Put in a sort of more standard looking passenger seat and move the roll cage about so that it doesn't clip through it. And for that bit that's sort of sticking up, I add a fire extinguisher onto. It's a nice little stand for it, and I think that's kind of an interesting placement to put it. Just sort of something a bit different to what you usually see. Steering wheel, I use the Type 8, just because it's sort of the sportiest looking wheel. Didn't particularly want one of those big ones that have airbags in them. And, it sort of just looks the nicest, and looking nice is important in S-Tuner at least. Who needs functionality? Clearly not me. Is look at the size of that steering column versus the steering wheel. That's not function. Well, I mean, it's functional. It's just sort of a lot of wasted space and sort of having to move things. I had a nitrous bottle, which I decided to slot in between the two seats in the back there. I change it to a blue colour, sort of similar to the NOS bottles you see, or NOS brand bottles. And yeah, I sort of put it in there. I'm kind of thinking about maybe I should have rotated it 90 degrees. Maybe that would have looked better and have it stick out between the two, sort of parallel to the fire extinguisher. Oh well, whatever. Onto the wheels, I have RE30 wheels, I think they're called. And I go with 18 inches, I think. 225s on the front, 245s on the back. I think, just going for a relatively normal build. I add a front splitter, which, as you can see, just shrinking and adjusting it to make it all fit. I have a look at a couple of other spoilers. I decide that, seeing as I'm going for more of a time attack race car build now, to add something more sizable along with the little lip spoiler. Onto the engine now. I decided to go with this car purely because I wanted to build something naturally aspirated, and I couldn't be bothered to do the piping. So here we go. This car in real life has an FA20 engine, I think. Something along the lines of that. Maybe it's an FC20. It's something like that. Or is it just an F20? It's one of those three. I know that's for sure. And revs up to something like 9,000 RPMs. It's insane. Produces around 200 and something horsepower. I want to say it's 240, but that's, I think, for the AP2 S2000, which revved lower because it had a higher stroke. But yeah, just add all the parts, ITBs, naturally aspirated obviously, put in a radiator, end up painting the engine chrome with a red and black valve cover, and decide to go with that same theme for the entire body. I think it looks quite good, sort of aggressive looking, which I'm really glad of. Maybe I could have done something with the headlights or something to make it look even angrier, but I'm happy with how it is. Anyway, put an oil cooler, paint the wheels black with the red wheel nuts, and it looks functional yet aggressive. It sort of looks good and has purpose, I think, which is always important. I add a number plate. I was going to go with S2K Power, and then decided to just go with S2K Yo. It works out well. I mean, it's alright. Not that creative. As you can see, I put the one on the rear in its normal position and decided to go with it on the bonnet. On the front, it's just sort of an interesting placement, seeing as I was going to make this a road legal car. In terms of interior now, I decided to continue that red and black theme, make the interiors of the seats red, and just lift them up a bit because they're clipping through the floor, and then just make it black. The rest of interior is grey. Anyway, finishing off, add the a driver in, and kind of position him. He doesn't fit it perfectly, but I'll go with it. I probably could have messed around with the size and stuff to make him fit better, but you know what? It looks good, or good enough at least. The car itself is what's important, and I think I've done a good job with it. Certainly something creative, and it looks good. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Until next video, goodbye.